Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys how to cast off on your scarf. Now that you've got it as long as you want it and it's pretty much done, you can go ahead and cut the end of your string, and then we're going to go ahead and finish it off at the end. Make sure you keep the string long so you can hide it later. Now I'm going to be using a size H hook. You can basically use whatever size you want. I use H. Anyway, starting from the bottom loop, on the opposite end of your string, you're going to take the bottom, and then you're going to go through the top loop next. I don't know how to describe it, the top knob. And you're going to pull them off their hooks. And then you're going to pull the bottom one over the top, just like you would do a chain stitch. And then you're going to go in the bottom loop again. Pulled it closer to try to show you. So you have two loops on your crochet hook, and you're going to pull the bottom one over the top. And then go to the top knob and pull off the yarn. And basically just continue this pattern all the way through. It's going to make it look like a chain. So pulling the bottom one off the knob and then pulling the yarn through. Always leaving one line. And there's your chain so far. And then you're going to continue it all the way across. Alright, when you reach the end, you're going to go ahead and pull your last loop off the hooks. And go ahead and pull the bottom one over the top, but then you're going to take your yarn that you had left over, the hanging yarn, and pull it through the last loop. So just go ahead and pull that through, kind of to finish it off. And then you can go ahead and remove the loom because we're all the way off the loom, and that's pretty much what the end looks like. Now you're just going to want to hide the last string. And take your yarn needle, go ahead and weave it through the bottom. And the good thing about hiding strings is that you can always wash the scarf later, and if they come out you can just easily hide them again, or if they ever come untied you can just tie it and hide them again. That's why I always leave all the long strings hanging. Anyways, so I fast forwarded this because it takes forever for me to do it. You're just going to pull your leftover yarn through the bottom of your scarf here. And I go all the way through with this one. And then once you reach the end, you can go ahead and cut the end of the string and pull it so you can't see it. And that should be the finished thing. Now you're going to want to hide all the strings on the rest of your scarf so that you can't see where you change colors. So taking your yarn needle, you'll just weave it through. Like here I'm weaving it through right at the edge of where the black and the white connect. Can't really see it that well. But I'm hiding the black string through this side and then the white string through the white side. Either way, you're just going to want to hide the strings within the scarf. Doesn't really matter where, just as long as that they're still there in case it ever comes untied. Anyways, here I'm just fast forwarding just to show you guys that I was hiding the strings. Anyways, continuing on, this is after you've hidden all your strings. Just gonna be hiding the last one here. And showing you kind of a closer look at where the needle is along the white edge there. And we're pulling the white through. And sometimes my yarn hook's a little too small, so I almost need to go get a new one. But so sometimes it takes a while to get the yarn in it, and then you just pull it through. You either could keep pulling it through, or usually I cut it a little bit and then hide it within the scarf. And now you're ready to add some tassels. This white yarn on the side here, I usually skip hiding till at the end because otherwise I'll get confused where all my spaces are for my tassels. So anyways, just cut as long as you want. You can either have a certain length measured out and keep them all the same, or cut them at the end to make them all the same. I like mine raggedy and not matching. So anyways, I'm just doing the yellow and the black for my tassels. Pretty easy to add them. There's 15 lines, as I showed you guys at the beginning, of how many rows I did. And so I'll be doing 14 spaces of tassels because I do in between the rows. And then you just attach them in the spaces in between the rows. You guys don't have to add tassels to your scarf if you don't want. I just like to. It's pretty simple, just add them all the way across. This scarf is pretty easy if you guys want to do the same scarf. I did 30 rows of white, 10 rows of black, 10 rows of yellow, 10 rows of black again, and then 30 rows of white and blah. And I didn't even use one whole skein of each color, so you could easily just buy 3 colors and finish a scarf with the same sort of rows if you needed to. Anyways, we're almost done here. Showing you all the tassels. Hooray! And then you'll repeat it on the other side. Well, now you can hide that white string I told you about. I just didn't want to do it before I finished the tassels because I always get confused again with the spaces. So hiding that white string, and here's the finished product. I did both sides with the tassels. There's my scarf. I kind of folded it so it'd fit on the camera. Or I can stretch it out for you guys. There's basically what the spaces look like. And the end. Oops, and then I guess I have an extra yarn hanging here. And basically that's it. That's my finished scarf. Thank you guys for watching my scarf videos and for waiting so long for the cast off. It took me a while. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye.